Okay, let's be real for a second. The holiday turkey. It's the star of the show, right? The main event. And let's face it, it's usually the biggest headache in the kitchen. But what if I told you the secret to a mind-blowingly juicy, flavorful bird was actually the easiest part of your entire holiday meal prep? You know that feeling, right? That moment of truth. You've been planning and cooking for what feels like an eternity, and you're just holding your breath, hoping, praying that this is the year. The year the turkey isn't a dry, sad disappointment. The year it's bursting with flavor. The year everyone talks about it for all the right reasons. All right, so here's the game plan. We're going to solve this thing for good. First, we'll break down why turkeys get so dry in the first place. Then, I'm going to introduce you to your new secret weapon. We'll walk through the exact timeline, what to do on the big day, and wrap it all up with the simple, unbreakable rules for a perfect bird every single time. So, what's the deal with turkey anyway? Why is it so tough to get right? Well, it's a bit of a design flaw, honestly. You've got this lean breast meat that cooks super fast, sitting right next to the tougher leg and thigh meat that needs way more time. It's a built-in recipe for disaster. But don't worry, it's a puzzle with a surprisingly elegant solution. And here's the absolute best part. The fix isn't some crazy, complicated technique you have to pull off while you're juggling a million other things on the holiday itself. Nope. It's a method that does 90% of the work for you days ahead of time, all while the turkey is just chilling in your fridge. So let's pull back the curtain on this secret weapon, the dry brine. Now, whatever you're picturing, forget it. We are not talking about those giant, messy, sloshing buckets of salt water. This is clean, it's simple, and it is a scientifically proven way to guarantee a moist, deeply seasoned turkey every single time. A dry brine is exactly what it sounds like. You're just using salt and spices directly on the turkey. But here's the clever part. Instead of adding water, you're tricking the turkey into using its own moisture to create the super concentrated marinade that works its way deep, deep into the meat. It's brilliant. This is how the magic happens. It's a really cool three-step dance. First, that salt on the skin acts like a magnet, pulling moisture right out of the turkey. Then the salt dissolves into that moisture, making this amazing concentrated flavor paste right on the surface. And finally, this is the best part. The meat reabsorbs all that liquid, pulling all that delicious seasoning in with it. The turkey literally marinates itself. And the mix couldn't be simpler. Kosher salt is our heavy lifter, that's what does the brining. Then you've got pepper, thyme, sage, all those classic holiday flavors. Now, if you want to level up, here are two little pro tips. A little brown sugar will give you a gorgeous golden brown skin, and a pinch of baking powder, that's the secret to an unbelievably crispy, crackly skin. Okay, if you remember one number from all of this, let it be this one. This is the golden ratio. You need exactly 1 tablespoon of kosher salt for every 5 pounds of turkey. You stick to that, and I promise your bird will be perfectly seasoned, not a bit too salty. All right, now that we've got the why, let's get into the how, the actual process and the timeline. The biggest thing to get your head around with dry brining is that you've got to plan ahead. This isn't a last-minute thing. The real magic happens over a couple of days. First up, prep. Make sure your turkey's totally thawed. And this is super important. Check the label to make sure it's not already enhanced or pre-brined. After you take out the giblets, you need to pat that turkey completely, totally dry with paper towels. I'm talking inside and out, and I mean bone dry. The salt needs to touch the skin to work, and water is its enemy. Then just gently work your fingers under the skin over the breast to make a little pocket. Now for the fun part. You're going to get that brine mix and rub it in everywhere. Get a good amount right on the meat under that skin pocket you just made. Then coat the entire outside. Get into the legs, the wings, every little nook and cranny. And then just a little light sprinkle inside the cavity is all you need. And now for the hardest part. Doing absolutely nothing. You just let it rest in the fridge. After 1 day, it's going to be seasoned pretty well. After 2 days, that flavor is going to be deep and amazing. But if you can hold out for 3 full days, oh, you are in for the best turkey you have ever had in your life. Now, this step is absolutely critical, and it might seem a little weird. You're going to put that turkey on a wire rack set inside a baking sheet and put it in the fridge completely naked. No plastic wrap, no foil, nothing. That cold, circulating air in your fridge is going to act like a little dehydrator for the skin, making it super dry and setting you up for that perfect, shatteringly crispy finish. All right, it's go time. The big day is here. You've already done all the heavy lifting, and that turkey has been transforming in your fridge for days. So let's just cover the last few simple steps before it heads into the oven. Okay, listen closely. I'm going to say this as clearly as I possibly can. Under no circumstances should you. Do not rinse the turkey. I know you might want to. You'll see some salt on the skin and think it's wrong. You must resist this urge. Trust me. Let's be crystal clear on why this is such a bad idea. Rinsing, it literally washes away all that incredible flavor you just spent 3 days carefully building. Even worse, you're rehydrating the skin, completely undoing all that beautiful air drying we just did, and absolutely destroying any chance of getting that crispy result. Now, once it's out of the fridge for good, just let it hang out on the counter for about an hour, maybe 2. Think of it this way. You don't want to throw an ice-cold bird into a blazing hot oven. Letting it warm up just a little bit helps the whole thing cook way more evenly. We are in the home stretch. The turkey is prepped, it's ready. Now it's all about managing the cook in the oven, and this is just as important, giving it a nice long rest at the end. Your absolute best friend from here on out is a good digital thermometer. Forget the timing charts, forget those little pop-up things. The only number that matters is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. You stick that thermometer into the thickest part of the thigh without hitting the bone, and when it says 165, you're done. The moment that thermometer hits 165, pull that beautiful bird out of the oven, and then walk away. Seriously, don't touch it. Don't even look at it for at least 30 minutes. All those amazing juices inside need time to settle back into the meat. If you carve it too early, they all just run out onto the cutting board, and that's the final mistake that can ruin all your hard work. And that's it. That is the whole process. See how simple that was? Every step is easy, but every step matters. So let's just do a super quick recap, your little cheat sheet of rules that will guarantee you win the turkey trophy year after year. Here it is, the 6 commandments of the perfect turkey. 1. Get that salt ratio right, 1 tablespoon per 5 pounds. 2. Pat the bird bone dry. 3. Refrigerate it uncovered on a rack. 4. For the love of all that is holy, do not rinse it. 5. Cook it to 165 degrees. And 6. Let it rest for at least 30 minutes. You do these 6 things, and you are absolutely guaranteed a perfect turkey. So there you have it. The secret's out. You now have the science and the technique to absolutely dominate the holiday turkey. It really makes you wonder what other kitchen challenges could be solved this elegantly. Now go enjoy the feast. You've earned it. Happy cooking.